Welcome to That American Football Show, powered by EP Sports. EP Sports is the top supplier in the UK for all of your American football needs, helping players and coaches reach their potential since 2007. Check them out at epsports.co.uk. Today, we have another ELF baller joining the ranks. We're joined by wide receiver for the Wroclaw Panthers, Malik Stanley. Brought in to fill the void left by Turpin last year, Malik's already shown himself to be one of the top talents in the league. If you've managed to watch him play, you'll see him catching balls in triple coverage pretty regularly. Malik, thank you so much for coming on today. How you been?
Yes, sir. Thank you for the invite.
Absolutely. We've been also, like, I remember watching you on the first week. I was like, yo, who's this guy?
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. We've been talking about getting you on for a while, Malik. First of all, could you just give our listeners just a bit of an overview about your football story so far and how you landed in Wroclaw?
I'm 25 years old. I'm from Topeka, Kansas. A rundown of my football background is I started playing flag football about 7 years old. And from there, I moved to tackle football. To fast forward through high school, I played high school football in Topeka, Kansas. And from there, I went to a junior college in Coffeyville, Kansas, spent 2 years there, and was lucky enough to get a full ride to the Division I school at South Alabama. I played there 2 years and grad transferred to Louisiana Tech University and played my grad senior year there, had a great year. I unfortunately came out during COVID year, so I didn't really have a true opportunity at the NFL. And the year after that, I got an opportunity to play in the indoor football league. And I had a pretty successful year, okay rookie season. And now I'm here. So luckily the Panthers brought me in and I've been able to ball out for them.
Is there, I think it's a fairly common question to ask, to be honest, but is there, I phrase it, what did you learn from playing in, did you say JUCO was, sorry?
Yep.
What did you learn playing in JUCO, and then what did you learn going into Div 1? What are the differences?
I guess I learned at a young age going to JUCO that it was a pretty cutthroat business. If you get hurt, it's the next man up, and that was the mentality in JUCO. And luckily, I stayed pretty healthy and got a shot to get a Division I scholarship.
Had you traveled to Europe before, or was this your first experience?
I have traveled to Europe before. My girlfriend is actually from the UK. She's from England. So, I went there over the COVID Christmas. So I got to experience some of their culture and got to hang around her family. It was great.
Whereabouts in England is she from?
She's from Blackburn.
Ooh, okay.
Right.
Northern lads.
So we know obviously that you've had to change quarterback for unfortunate reasons. Is there much difficulty in changing from one quarterback to another mid-season, especially when you consider they throw in opposite hands? How have you handled that?
A lot of people actually ask me that on a daily basis. Of course, it's a little challenging, but mentally, I got to prepare the same, and I have to go out there and be the same guy every time. I have to worry about my job. I can't worry about his job. So really, I'm out there complimenting him, and he's complimenting me, and we're learning each other as we go, and hopefully we'll get better this week.
Absolutely. And like you mentioned just before there, you played some indoor league. I've never watched an indoor game. I don't think you guys have. Oh, have you? So it's going to be quite different. Do you think it's maybe giving you an edge on a skill or a talent that maybe someone who's not played indoors would not have?
Yeah, it gives you am I still in here?
You're good, yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, it gives you a different feel for the game. Of course, things happen a lot faster in indoor football, and you also have the high motion before the snap, such as how Canadian football is played. And it's a more of a faster type of American football. So it's more for entertainment, I would say. And I felt like I learned a lot. You having to play in a small space and having to work your body in ways that you haven't had to work your body in. For sure, there's small things that I learned from there that definitely helped me coming back to the outdoor game, for sure.
I think you nailed it, because I went to an Orlando Predators game years ago when I was on holiday in Florida, and it felt like it was more of a show than a sporting event. But that was a good thing. I had such a good time. It was amazing. But yeah, it looked like a hard game because it was so fast, and a lot of players obviously play both ways as well. So yeah, it was hard work.
Yeah, we didn't have a lot of people that played both ways, but just playing receiver, trust me, it was hard. I went over that wall once, and that's not fun.
Yeah,
for sure.
And switching leagues, coming back to the left, what did you know about the European League of Football before you came along? That's sort of the first question. And second of all, did you know of any players? Like, who have you enjoyed coming up against? And is there anyone that you're looking forward to a matchup further on down the season?
To answer your first question, I was introduced by some other players in the indoor football league that were wanting to level up and find something that was back outdoors. And I put my name on the Euro players account.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made me an account, and I went to the free agent hub camp, and I think that's kind of what sparked the eyes on me being able to play outdoor football still. And that's what sparked the interest for the Wroclaw Panthers. But so my teammates and some other people had some input. I didn't really have a good knowledge about it, but I knew it was up and coming, and I knew I wanted to be involved in something like that. And to answer your second question, no, there ain't nobody I'm really worried about. I think if I go out there and be me, I don't have to worry about anything, honestly. And they got to worry about me. That's how I feel.
Yeah. That's fair. I mean, you've come up against some good, really good defenses in the league already, and you've still stood out to be one of the top receivers in this league. So what you're saying, you're already backing it up and proving it.
Right. And also to answer your second question, to go along with, I have the opportunity to play with Darius Robinson. Darius,
okay.
Of course, yeah.
So I go against him every day we practice. So trust me, if I can hold my own against him, I ain't really worried about much other people.
He's a quick man.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you think about the level of competitiveness in this league compared to other leagues that you've played in? Is it similar or?
Oh yeah, it's definitely similar, and you can see that. You see that in all the games. Honestly, like, it's not just Americans standing out. There's European players standing out, and I think that's the best part about the ELF. It shows you that not just Americans play the sport of football and can dominate at the level such as the professional level. So it's nice to see, and there's no big fall off in the competition for sure.
Yeah, and like when we look sort of more broadly into the game, especially when we're going into the NFL, are there any players that you've like sort of taken your game on or sort of role modeled yourself around? Is there anyone in the NFL that sort of matches your style of play?
A past player I used to look up to is Megatron, Calvin Johnson.
Yeah.
Somebody in today's game, I would say I'm a mix between the Browns, Odell Beckham, and DK Metcalf. I would like to say my game falls in somewhere in between that, honestly.
That's a pretty good mix.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to work on that speed. It's coming around.
Yeah.
Sure. So we mentioned Turpin, and obviously Madre London as well made it to the USFL, and I think Turpin had got the MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something that you think that's your career path, or is it too early to say?
I mean, hopefully I can do a little better than USFL. I already had a call from the USFL, the Birmingham Stallions, and I had an opportunity to go over there. They called me while I was here playing for the Wroclaw Panthers, and they said they wanted to pull the trigger on me, and the ball was in my court, and I decided to stay. I think if the Birmingham Stallions, the team that's in the championship, if they're going to call me, I think the sky's the limit. Hopefully, if I just keep doing what I'm doing, dominate the level that I'm at, all eyes will be on me, and that's what I plan to do.
Yeah, that's the name of the game, isn't it?
Right, dominate the level that you're at.
And so the final questions, they're a bit more lighthearted. We've asked them to everyone so far. It's the classic desert island game where you're stuck on an island for a year. You get to bring one of each of the following. So you have one meal on demand whenever you want it. What is it?
That's a tough one. I'm going to go with $1 million spaghetti from Grandma Stanley. That's what we're going with. $1 million spaghetti. Yes, sir.
What's in that? What's involved?
It's just like baked spaghetti. You know, it's nothing super crazy, but you would have thought it was $1 million.
Yeah.
We had a previous player on, I can't remember who it was, but he was like a food scientist, and he chose spaghetti as well. And he like broke down how it was like a perfectly nutritious meal, like, and balanced for a whole year.
It is. That's spaghetti.
Giving us a nutrition lesson in like the carbohydrates and everything else in it.
Yeah, I can't break it down for you like that, but I'm gonna go with that spaghetti as well.
Yeah, man, spaghetti. Second thing you got to bring is one musical album.
I'm sorry, say that again.
You get one musical album.
Ooh, one album. I have to listen to it on repeat for the rest. Oh, goodness.
For a year.
I'm going to go with the Drake and Future album. I can't remember what it's called at the moment.
What a Time to Be Alive.
What a Time to Be Alive. I'm going to go with that
Good
one.
album.
Yeah, Joe loves it when they pick Drake. You got to bring one celebrity with you. They can be from the past, and they will be in the prime of their life.
Ooh. I'm going to bring Will Smith. Come on, Will. We're going to talk about Jada. We're going to have our Jada conversations.
You get to watch one sports team for this year.
Okay. I'm going to go with the should have been champions, Liverpool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our fourth teammate who's not here today, he's actually from Liverpool.
Yeah, he's a big Liverpool fan. Yeah, he'd love that.
You probably struggle to understand him.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. If your girlfriend's in Blackburn, that's quite a hard accent to understand as well. So you might be all right.
Her accent isn't that strong around me anymore. It's her Irish family that I struggle to understand. Right.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, my God, Irish. And so fifth question is you got to bring one drink for this year. You do have water available. You got to bring a different drink.
One drink. Dang, that's a tough one. One drink. One drink. You know what? I'm gonna just go with that blue Powerade.
Ooh.
The blue Powerade. Just stay with that. Yep. Stay with that blue Powerade out there on that desert island.
Blue is a good flavor. I mean, American Powerade tastes a lot better than at least British Powerade.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But Malik, that's it. You've completed all the questions. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule. Is there anything you wanted to say? Anyone you want to shout out? The floor is yours.
I want to shout out to my teammates on the Panthers. We got a big game tomorrow. We plan to shock a lot of people. And I want to give a shout out to my family. I want to shout out God. None of this would be possible without him. I want to shout out to my girlfriend. She makes sure that I'm healthy when she's here, she takes care of me, and I'm blessed for her to be in my life. And I would also like to shout out to my mother. She is the backbone of everything going on. So those are the only shout outs I got. I appreciate you guys.
Oh, very kind words. Thank you so much. But yeah, we're gonna get all of Malik's handles out as well on our social medias. Where can they find them, Joe?
Yeah, our Twitter and Instagram is at TAFS_UK, and our Facebook is That American Football Show.
Malik, do you want to give out your handles?
Well, yep. Instagram handle is at SSB_LEEK. Leak. My Twitter handle is at SSB_LEEK1. If you look up Malik Stanley on any social media site, you should be able to find me.
And like we said, we'll get you out there. If you're not listening to us on YouTube, we are on YouTube. Just search That American Football Show. And if you are listening from there, please give us a like and a subscribe. And if you've got any comments for maybe more players you want us to interview, please leave them down below. Once again, Malik, thank you so much for coming on. Nothing but the best for the upcoming season and tomorrow, of course. But I think we're all going to be watching your game.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll make sure I'll put on a show. Me and my quarterback sitting right here. We locked in. We're gonna try to handle business tomorrow.
That's what we like to hear.
Good.
But yeah, thank you everyone for listening. Make sure you head over and check out our friends at EP Sports for any of your NFL or equipment needs, and we will see you next time.